Avengers issue 16 sees Robbie Reyes stuck in gridlock traffic on the highway to hell, with no end in sight. Giving up on ever getting out of there, he calls out for any devil listening. One answers, riding its motorbike towards him and telling him he doesn't want to go making any deals he can't live up to. In Madripoor, Thor fights the spirit of vengeance, but Carol tells him to stop, since Robbie doesn't know what he's doing and they don't want to hurt him. Thor says that he is the spirit of vengeance and Robbie is more himself than ever before. Carol doesn't believe that and says they need to deal with him without hurting the boy. Robbie attacks again, but Carol continues to try and reason with him. Thor says that that won't work, and the only thing that will is the shock of pain that he will bring the spirit of vengeance. His attack does little to the monster, who knocks down Carol and Thor. Captain America takes over, defending his fallen teammates as the Shadow Colonel and his team get ready to leave before the building comes down on top of them. Blade attacks them, however, shooting Sarge and going for the Colonel. However, bullets won't stop the dog, who returns and goes after Blade. The rest of the Avengers deal with the Colonel's team, with T'Challa telling them that war isn't the right way to break free from Dracula's rule, but She-Hulk thinks Panther is wasting time talking to the vampires. Carol continues to attack Robbie, who tries to deliver the penance stare to her. Thor meanwhile is dealing with the Hell Charger that is putting up quite the fight for a car. Carol, however, succumbs to the penance stare as the spirit of vengeance says the Avengers will burn. In Russia, Dracula is taken to see Red Widow, who kills the hordes of vampires trying to free their master. Dracula only wants to talk to the man in charge, but Widow says that she will be the one he has to deal with, and she wants to know why Dracula doesn't deserve to die. Dracula says that he has lots of information in his head thanks to the scores of senators, sultans, lords, and bishops he has in his pocket, and perhaps Red Widow would like to know the ones in her own government which are allied with him. Widow isn't interested since they have spy masters of their own, but Dracula says that he can give her the Avengers. Widow wonders how he expects to be rewarded for his knowledge, but Dracula doesn't want them to kill his enemies, but only wants a place for him to be alone at the end of his life. Widow says that that's a fair proposal, but she has a counter offer. Bringing all of Dracula's consorts forward, Widow begins butchering them, saying that she will show Dracula parts of their bodies he has never seen if she isn't given everything the vampire knows. Back in Madripoor, the vampires begin escaping as Blade continues to fight Sarge, who says that he will hang Blade's body in their new promised land. Carol meanwhile is still under the influence of the penance stare, but manages to blast the spirit back, telling it she is sick of being punished for existing. The monster says that Carol knows nothing of punishment, but the spirit will show her, just like he punished the Salem witches, Blackheart, and many more before her. As Robbie is told to let the Avengers kill him, Blade arrives, biting the spirit on the neck, telling the Avengers that he had a sickness and that he has sucked it out of the boy. With the battle over and the spirit of vengeance going back to normal, the team regroup, learning that the Colonel will go after Dracula now. Cap sees Robbie, who says that it wasn't him in the spirit and he would never hurt any of his friends. Later, Robbie talks with Blade, knowing that he's going to get sent home after what happened. He wants to know what the vampires did to him, and Blade laughs, knowing that the writers never pick geniuses for hosts, asking if Robbie has anyone he cares about. Robbie says he does, and Blade implores him to get out of his life now, especially if he wants his family to live. At the Russian prison, Crimson Dynamo fills in their leader about the riot and Dracula's current whereabouts with Red Widow. As the Winter Guard leave, the Shadow Colonel gets his explosive rats in place. He reveals to the team, however, the rats aren't filled with explosives, but with blood bombs, which when they explode, they turn the entire populace of the prison into monstrous vampires. As the Avengers leave to deal with the problem, Robbie is told to head home. Still on the highway to hell in his mind, Robbie begins regaining control of the spirit, but the demon that helped him, Johnny Blaze, tells him that he will be back to this highway very soon, and the King of Hell will be waiting for him. Bidding Robbie farewell, Johnny says that next time they meet, they're going to go for a little ride down the highway of hell together. The Avengers issue 16 is the perfect balance of action, adventure, suspense, and plot progression. Jason Aaron is doing a fantastic job pitting the team against interesting and formidable villains, and the combination of action and horror is really unique for the Avengers, and it works so damn well with having characters like Blade and the Ghost Riders being at the center, and that makes it even better since they're in that world and you can easily bring in their threats really organically. The inclusion of Johnny Blaze was also really surprising and has me really excited to see if Aaron actually brings him back in some capacity in future issues and ties him back in with Robbie. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the Book Depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.